This would have been your
Like
second
it was
Olympics.
so disappointed moment because that was the moment when I was like, okay, now I'm ready, you know, like
Yeah.
now we're gonna go for
Yeah.
Olympics. And they didn't win any medals.
Well, I
so-
think we know why. Hey, welcome back to the pod. Wow, we're here. We're here. And I see you
The
wore an
boss
interesting.
lady.
Yes, look at that outfit you have on there. Can you see that? Looks like
Yeah.
some kind of fetish type outfit. What's up with that?
Well, I have a very interesting idea for Patreon.
Oh.
And we're gonna do that because I know a lot of people had like a fantasy with their teacher.
Oh, in school?
Yeah, in
Okay,
school.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that everyone has like a
Hot for Teacher, Big Van Halen song.
kinda.
Okay.
Yeah, so someone who was like taller and like, you know.
Oh, the teacher's taller.
The teacher
Oh,
is
I
taller,
see.
yeah, the
Oh, I see
female
where you're going
teacher.
with
I'm
this.
talking about like, you know, like 4th, 5th grades,
Oh,
you know.
when people just first started getting
Some interest, yeah.
interest in the opposite sex,
yeah.
yes. Or as Batman said to Robin, some stirrings in his utility belt.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. So this is a little bit connected to that, but that's not this part is not the outfit.
That's not the outfit. Okay, just something you like to have. Just
No,
wear
this,
for fun.
this is, but this no, it is part of that because this is a transformer dress, so it's gonna go like a skirt,
Oh, okay. It's gonna be a
Later.
skirt. Oh, I see.
Later.
It's a fashion episode. Apparently, we're talking about here.
kinda.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So guys, don't forget, you know, to subscribe to our Patreon to see our unique and exclusive stuff.
Yeah, we have behind the scenes stuff, and also apparently some hot for teacher,
some teacher
fetish stuff. Apparently, we'll be doing out there as well.
Did you have a teacher that you like?
All my teachers were, I think, between the ages of 115 and 200. They were all very old. And first, my kindergarten teacher, I thought liked me, but apparently she hated me and tried to hold me back, saying, get this, I was too immature for the first grade. So my parents had to go there and fight them, say, oh, he has to go with his friends he already met. So she goes, okay, I'm going to put him with this teacher. We'll give him a 5-week chance. If not, he has to come back down to kindergarten. So the teacher they initially were going to send me with was this really mean teacher. So they thought, we got him. He's going to be back in kindergarten in no time. But no, at the last second, she had to leave. Another teacher came in, Mrs. Hoppy, and she loved me. And I stayed in first grade and came all the way to here I am now. Never was held back for being too immature. So yeah. Do you know that in India, there is a tree, like I think it's the Banyan tree,
Okay.
that is so big, it's bigger than the average size Walmart.
Okay.
It's a tree. It's that big. Walmart's 105,000 square feet. This is like 156,000 square feet in India.
Are we
a
gonna
tree.
show it here?
This is the tree. Look how crazy this is. That's yes. It better be there. Yes, it's crazy.
How do you come up with these ideas?
Because you hear things, you see things, and then they just stick in your head like, that is really interesting.
Yeah.
You know, what's more interesting than that? Well,
Tell
maybe
me.
somebody who's 6'9", you know?
Tell me, do you think the Earth is flat or is round?
The earth is round.
We love the earth, it is our planet.
There's a lot of people who think it could be flattish. And then they talk about this stuff where, did you hear about this? If you go to the ends of Antarctica or whatever, that's where like the end of the earth is. And that's why people can't really go there. And they have like they have stupid things like that's where the aliens are waiting to come. Do you know about this?
I don't
Or
think
the
they're-
Nazis were there. They were all these crazy things they were saying.
Well, I'm pretty sure something like that exists, like the secret laboratories and all that.
At the end of the earth?
Not at the end.
There's no end. It goes in a big
There's
circle.
No, not at
Maybe
the
not
end.
exactly a circle, but pretty circular. Do you think it's flattish?
No, I don't think it's flat.
Okay.
I just ask you. And what do you think? Like some people say that we live under the dome.
Oh, like in the
dome.
Truman Show, where like that's like a fake ceiling, a fake
Kinda,
sky.
yeah. That's what's closer to my thoughts.
Oh, really? Because I had this other guy I know who's like, we never landed on the moon because it's not even real. Like the moon is translucent. Like you look up there, you can see through it, so you can't land on it. And we never did. And it was done with these people in the studios. I'm like, no, man. Usually when you find somebody who believes in one conspiracy, they believe in every conspiracy.
Yeah.
Earth is flat. No, trust me, Earth is flat.
1, 2, 3.
Meanwhile,
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Like
It's
everything.
like everyone has his own truth.
Everyone has their own truth.
Own truth.
But they want to be contrarians. They want to be opposite of what everybody else because they want to think they're special. Like, you know what? I'm not believe what everybody believes. No. That's because that's what the government told me to believe, that the earth is a circle. It's a globe. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's okay. You know, maybe some things aren't always true, but the majority of things are true, I feel.
Do you think that this weather that's going on in LA is it fake?
This has been going on for weeks.
Yes.
This weather. Oh, that's what they say, that they're manipulating the weather. That's another thing that the conspiracists say about the.
No, it is possible to manipulate the weather.
Really?
Yeah, and earthquakes also.
So if you make an earthquake,
I feel like the one in Turkey recently was not the nature one.
it was man-made.
Mhm.
Ooh, tell me about that. What do you think?
I've heard about that, but that's what I thought.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like maybe the government did not do the proper things, so they got this.
Wow.
Hmm.
A lot of people passed away in that. That was horrible.
It is.
That's horrible. I've never been to Turkey. I'd love to go to Turkey. Never been to that part of the world.
It's beautiful, actually.
Is that
Mhm.
part of Eastern Europe?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're from Russia.
Yeah.
You are a single mom.
Hmm.
And did you have your child in Russia?
No,
Or
he's
in-
here.
No, did you have him in Russia? Or did you have
Yeah.
him here? Okay.
Yeah.
So the father is Russian.
Yes, his father is Russian.
Yes. You don't talk much about father of child. Tell me about that. So how long did you date the father of your son?
Before we decided to make a kid.
Before you decided to make a kid, yeah. How long did you guys date before that?
Probably like a year.
Oh, okay.
And then I felt like a passion inside of me. I don't know, this female instinct kinda.
Preach, girl.
No,
I'm joking.
no. It's just like you understand, like all puzzles are connected. Like you understand that you are young, you are strong, you have those instincts, and you have a man that you love next to you. So
Why not make a baby?
yeah, like
Okay.
baby instinct
Interesting.
coming. And also, I was making good money, so I was like,
What was he making?
He was not.
He was not making. You were the breadwinner.
Yeah, I was the leader.
You were
of
the alpha
pride.
of the two.
I'm always the alpha.
You are the alpha. Remember, you wanted to work on being the
I'm not,
beta.
listen, I'm not subscribing to this anymore. Okay?
No, I know. You said you want to be more of the female role. You were saying.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now, did you ever marry the father of your?
No. Like we were actually very close to get married, and it was interesting situation because we wanted to do like a very it was when my son was already born.
Yeah.
So we decided let's just go to the courthouse.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
courthouse,
and just put signatures, no wedding dress,
no
nothing.
no ceremony.
So we set up a date. I remember it was summertime.
Okay.
2 days before the date, like we were about to get married,
Yeah.
I have a dream where I am standing with him in front of this courthouse and I'm wearing like a regular sweatpants and like very bad outfit, whatever.
yeah.
And I'm looking at him and he's like wearing a sweatpants, like nothing special.
Right.
And I look at the window of the courthouse and there's a beautiful bride, like
this is a dream.
It's a dream,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
I'm talking about my dream.
Yeah.
I look at their ceremony, people involved, like everything's so beautiful. And I start crying because that's not what I wanted. Like if I have a wedding, I want it to be like
real, like traditional
yes,
gown.
traditional,
And
yes.
Oh.
With all the friends and all that. So I told him like we're not getting married. And then we broke up like maybe half a year later.
Oh, wow. So your son at the time was
My son
8,
was
9?
like, no, he was like 1.
Oh, I was way off.
Yeah, way off.
I was 90 days off. I'm sorry.
No, he was just born, and
Yeah.
then we were like, oh, let's get married, and so we broke up when he was like 1, maybe 1.5.
Do you talk to the father? Not much, a little bit, every once in a while.
For this long period of time,
Yeah.
like for 11
Yeah,
years,
yeah.
he saw him like 4 times.
Oh.
4 times, like 4 counts.
Oh,
Like 4 days.
that was going to answer my next question of does your son have a relationship with the father?
No.
But 4 times in your son's
12.
12 now.
Yes.
So he's 12, and so every 4 years, it's like a comet. He
Yeah.
comes around like a comet. He's the Russian
Kinda,
comet. Every
yeah.
4 years, he passes by.
Yeah.
Hey, son, good to see you.
Well,
He's
like
gone for 4 more
I'm
years.
kind of glad that we broke up because he was not like educating himself, like, when people are not growing, like
Sure.
not evolving.
Evolving, yes.
Evolving. So he was not doing that, and he was also like kind of gigolo style.
Oh, I'm just a gigolo. So he was like
Yes.
he liked the women.
No, gigolo
Oh.
is someone who leaves for women money.
Oh, like a male prostitute. That's a
Not
gigolo.
like that.
Wait a
Okay.
minute. That's
Okay,
a
light version
Okay,
of that.
so wait a minute. Do you remember last week we talked about Noor Alfala, who
Okay.
was 28, dating very wealthy older men? Was he dating just wealthy women or women that would help provide for him?
Yeah, so he...
Because you were making money when you were with them.
Yes. I was making money,
Oh.
and I was the one who was like leading the family and
Yes.
financially, and I provide everything for everyone. And the woman that he ended up with after we broke up,
Yeah.
like they're still together, by the way. She's the one in like leadership of their family.
Oh, she is the matriarch / patriarch
Yeah,
of her
like
family
she's
with
the
him
one
also.
who is like
She's
making
the
more
alpha.
money, and she's the alpha, and she says what they have to do and all that.
So he has a type, just like Noor Alfala last week had a type. He has a type of being provided. So he must be a good-looking man.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, I'm assuming that, usually when you're a good-looking man, you can have women pay for you. Sadly, I pay for myself.
But as I always,
That never worked out for me.
But as
Thanks for bringing up the sore subject. And I pay
But
for
that's-
myself and other people. I'm sorry, go ahead.
that's why I said that the look never is the bottom point of the relationship. Like, it doesn't matter how good a man looks, like it's his behaviors.
Yes, because
Like, he can be a superstar. He can look like, I don't know, Brad Pitt, younger version or whatever.
younger version of Brad Pitt.
But if he's doing some bullshit, let's say,
Yeah.
you would not stay with him. You would not want to stay with this type of man.
I wind up advising a lot of people I know, a lot of men, a lot of women in relationships. Do you know how often I have this that happens to me when I'm with like a friend? Oh, hey, look, I just matched with this girl. Can you write something so I can talk to her? Write something funny for me. Oh, she just responded back. Can you write something? Give me a date set up. All the time. I have every guy.
God.
I have so many guy friends that I have to be their Cyrano.
I want it to sound smart, but I don't know any big words or anything, so.
Well, why don't you use your thesaurus?
What'd I just say?
Cyrano, the guy with so I'm the Cyrano de Bergerac, how we say his name, and I'm writing all the love letters for them, and they're like, oh my God, these girls are falling in love with these dudes. And then with the girls, I'm helping them with their relationships. Like, well, I'm with a guy,
Do not go with a gigolo.
don't go with, that's what I say to them. First off, don't go with a gigolo. So I'm out. No, but yeah, don't go with a gigolo. Find your self-worth. You need to be treated a certain way, and we're not, just with the necessities. A lot of these, I find a lot of people in relationships aren't even getting the necessities. Somebody who's being nice to them and asking about their day and having interest in them and showing love, showing them through actions, not just words, but both, like that kind of necessities, let alone, providing for them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, they get nothing other than, oh, he's a really good looking man. that I'm
Yeah,
with. Well,
yes,
It's great you're with
yeah.
a good looking man. It's great you're with a hot girl, but what else? Well, she has to leave early from the dinner party because she has to go out with her girlfriends. Oh, that's not a relationship. Bring somebody to a dinner party, they have to leave to go out with their friends. It's not even like, and you call that your girlfriend? It's not a girlfriend. So I tell people, you got to get rid of this person because they're not looking at you at the same as you look at them in that relationship.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you know in the late 1800s, Bayer Aspirin, B-A-Y-E-R, so there was a company that's still out there today, but back then, if kids, speaking of your kid,
Mhm.
if they had like a cough, their cough syrup, you would get from Bayer, and it would have heroin in it.
What did he say?
Oh my.
That was a legal sedative back then in the late 1800s, up until almost like early
What
1900s.
was the effect?
It calmed them down, like really calmed them down, or and helped their whatever they were feeling, their pain, but in a certain dosage back then before it became what it is now with the way, because everything becomes stronger. Even back in the 1800s, in Coca-Cola was actual cocaine.
Another thing, the cold, crisp taste of Coke is so satisfying, it keeps me from eating something else that might really add those pounds. Coke's a natural, wholesome blending of pure food flavors. I guess that's why everyone likes the refreshing new feeling you get, only from not too sweet Coca-Cola.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? As a stimulant. It was, before they classified them as sedatives and stimulants and made them illegal, And they were a much lesser version as they are now. Now they're very dangerous. So back then you could actually have had a kid. Okay, like, oh, he has a sore throat. Here, have some heroin. Okay. Oh, you don't feel so good. Here, have some Coke to get you, run around the room for a little. It's like, but that was how it was back in the late 1800s.
Well, I hope that maybe psychedelics will be illegal soon.
You do talk a lot about psychedelics. A lot of people like the microdosing they do and stuff like that. A lot of people talk about that. I don't know much about it. You think they'll ever be legalized?
No, I think...
Like some mushrooms are legal, right?
Yeah, I think... I know they are, but... To do like you said, microdose, it's better than to get drunk. Like it's much better for your body, first of all.
Really? Okay.
And the effect can be pretty much the same.
Right. So you're microdosing with a mushroom type thing. Now, is this a legal mushroom or an illegal mushroom? Hypothetically speaking.
I don't know how
they're classified.
Classify.
Okay. I know that there are some mushrooms that are legal and some mushrooms that are illegal, I guess, But yeah, people talk about the microdosing. But like, remember, back in like the 60s, when people talked about like the Beatles, you ever heard of the Beatles?
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
well, I'm just checking. They were first the most amazing band because they started off doing the regular stuff. Then they got into a little bit of the LSD, which is, stuff like that. And they started to experiment with their music and being on LSD. And they wrote, songs like under that. And some of them are their best songs ever. It's amazing how people can write songs about anything, around them. And you can be like in a song. Anybody ever write a song about you?
Honestly, yes.
Really?
I think yes.
Really? What's
It was a famous comedy show, and well, it was not about me, but I was the one like inspiration, and then at the end of the day, I was in the video, like the music video.
Yes.
But it was like a funny music video. We can actually add it to the podcast.
Yes.
It's called, I think it's called 2 Meters of Love or something like that.
2 Meters of Love.
Yeah.
It sounds like it could also be a porn. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. 2 Meters of Love.
Yeah.
Do I have to put a thing up here of it?
A little bit.
Right here? Okay, right. Look at it. 2 Meters of Love. Not a porn. She was in it, and it's not a porn.
And it was about me and my height and
You and your height.
And that the guy fall in love with me or whatever.
Now, let me ask you a question going back earlier, speaking of that. Was the father of your child? How tall was he?
He's like 6'7".
He's 6. Oh, he's a shorty.
Shorty.
Look at that shorty guy. He's so cute. He's so cute.
He's like 6'7".
Who's the shortest person in all your family?
My mom. She's 6'2".
2, and your father's 6'5"?
No, my father is like 6'7".
Oh, he's 6'7".
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So you are the tallest.
Yes, I'm the tallest.
You are the tallest.
What about your parents?
My mother, of course, is 6'2", and my father is also 6'7". And they're average height. My mother's, probably 5'4". My father's like 5'9". My brother's maybe 5'9", 5'10".
How tall was the tallest girl that you've dated?
I've dated the whole spectrum of heights from
What was the tallest?
6'3".
That's a
we
good
dated
height.
on and off for about maybe 6 months or so.
Cool.
Yeah, she was Russian, but I also dated a girl 6'2".
She was Russian.
She was Russian. Yeah, she's the 6'3".
Why I don't know her? Why I don't have her in my agency?
Maybe you do know her. I don't know. But 6'3" was Russian. The 6'2" girl was American.
Okay.
And then one was a Finnish girl.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm not going to go through. It sounds really bad right now as I think about it.
No, because I asked you about the tallest. So tallest was 6'3".
Yes, so the tallest was 6'3".
Why it didn't work? Like why you didn't start to like live with her?
Well, you Russians are tough. It's tough with Russian girls. Yes, they're very tough. I mean, I'm Italian. We come from that a little different kind of a background, and Russians are, over there. You guys are tough.
I did boxing yesterday. So
Really?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Do you know that I have a black belt in kickboxing? I used to teach kickboxing.
Wow.
I taught it for years. I started in high school, went all through high school, and then in college, I got my black belt in kickboxing as I was playing football on the University of Buffalo Division I football team. I was a running back on that team.
Quit college.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, take that, college.
No, because we've been moving from Russia to Slovakia to Hungary, and then I had to quit college in Hungary because I already became a professional basketball player.
Oh.
And I already signed my first contract with the team when I was 15.
15.
15,
Yeah,
yes.
professional
A
contract.
professional contract.
Wow.
And it was like 2 practices a day, and we were in Hungary, so there was like no opportunity, you know, to learn in English or something. Like
Really?
you have to go to Hungarian
you had to
university.
learn back then, yeah. So that's why you had to quit college because you wanted to learn English.
Yes.
Smart.
No, it's not because I want to learn
So
English,
smart.
but because I became a professional player and I did not have time, you know, to do that.
Oh, I see. You didn't have time for college because you were now playing professional basketball.
Yes. It was like 2 practices a day, 2-3 hours.
And did you ever go back to college?
No, I never had passion
Oh, okay.
to go back.
Who needs knowledge?
As your body grows bigger.
Your mind must flower. It's great to learn, because knowledge is power.
No, it's not
I'm
about
joking.
that.
I'm
It's
joking.
about if I need knowledge about certain subject, I just gain it by courses or
Yes.
something.
Well, that's again, and I joke when I
Yeah.
say that because you're very intelligent. Like I said, remember,
Thank you.
you're answering questions from someone who talks a million miles a minute, and it's your third language. So
Yes.
to be able to listen, to decipher, to figure out what I'm saying, and then to answer it in English, I applaud you, and I look at you as a very
Thank you.
intelligent person. Tell me though, I don't know when you found out that you were going to go to the Olympics
Yeah.
for basketball for mother country Russia.
Yes.
What was that like?
I was not very aware, like, what's going on.
Oh.
Like, yes.
Because you're so young still.
I was like 18,
Yep.
19, something.
Yeah,
you know,
3 or 4 years and you in the Olympics.
What
it's so
do you
long.
have in your... Yeah, I was very excited. I was very excited that I was chosen, and I think they choose me for like future, you know, like not really at this moment,
Right.
but to be a part of
Down the
you know,
road when
Yeah,
you're
down the
older, more
road.
mature, learn more.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So that's what was happening. But in 4 years after that Olympic, I was at the camp for another Olympic when I was like 23.
Okay.
So it was
4 years
18.
later, 3 years later?
Yeah, like 4 years later.
Sure.
Usually Olympics are
Every 4 years, yes. Yeah.
And I was in the top 15, but only 12 players goes to Olympic.
Oh.
And they cut me at the last moment when I was in my best shape. I was so confident, but they were not even giving me a chance in the camp. They
Right.
literally put me like, oh, she's at the last 5. Oh, she's gonna be at the sub. Like they did not, I was so upset, like you cannot imagine.
This would have been your
Like
second
it was
Olympics.
so disappointed moment because that was the moment when I was like, okay, now I'm ready, you know, like
Yeah.
now we're gonna go for
Yeah.
Olympics. And they didn't win any medals.
Well, I
So-
think we know why.
No, it's not.
No,
because-
I think it is.
Yeah,
and Neil takes
it
that,
is.
Mother Russia.
Yeah.
Instead of brought it to the second Olympics, you would have won something.
Yes.
Hey, let's
no,
do the
I
math.
was so confident.
Let's
in
do the
myself.
math. The one that she was in for you guys, you won a medal. The one she wasn't, you didn't win a medal. Come on.
It doesn't matter now. Like the team now is a completely different level. It's not as good as it was before. I think they did not even like qualify for Olympics. Not even
Really?
like being
That's
there.
crazy. Do you ever watch the AVP tours, the ones they have here in like Hermosa Beach or down here? They
If I
have-
watch it,
you ever go there and watch them, or you ever
No.
play in them?
no,
Oh, because they have them like every year. They have it out there
no.
with the best of the best in the U.S. usually. Like it's all Americans playing down there. Yeah.
I need to double check.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know, there's
Are you gonna take me there?
yeah. If you want to go, we should go there because it's a big
When
thing.
is it?
They do it every year. I got to find out what it is. It's definitely in the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a big deal. And it's like, it's a big deal. So you being there, actually, you know what? Let me take care of it because we can go there and we'll use you as a VIP because they'll be like, of course, we'll get right in the front row and it'll be great.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And you'll intimidate them by just looking, going,
No.
'Cause I could do that. Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm just saying that'd be kind of fun. By the way, you're not going to know it by looking at me, but maybe you will. I'm actually a very good volleyball player. I can block. I can actually spike because I have hops.
Did you already put your picture where you bench press or something? You've been
I
talking.
did that in like the first.
So now it's gonna be his volleyball photo here.
Maybe I can find a volleyball photo here. If not, we're going to find a picture of me looking really buff right here. Okay, one or the other. Or maybe both. Back in New York, my family has a nightclub and a restaurant and a sports complex. Okay, it's been through many different things, but in the back, in the sports complex, was 3 full-size volleyball courts,
Mm-hmm.
full-size hockey,
Mm-hmm.
roller hockey, and then 3 outdoor sand volleyball courts.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to play volleyball so much growing up And then out here, we'd play at the beach every Saturday. It's like 20 of us would go down there and we'd play, and I'd be able to spike against like block against like a 6'4", 6'5" guy and stuff. And I can dig and I can jump. I mean, like I was.
Do you guys like fairy tales?
This is true. Now, mind you, listen, a completely different level from this one over here. Don't get me wrong. But for what I had to work with, I'd surprise people. And by the way, my basketball skills may also surprise you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, yeah, go ahead.
No, I just want to say that people, they like, like fantasy wrestling.
Fantasy wrestling?
Fantasy.
Yeah, wrestling?
Fantasy wrestling. Do you know what it
I
is?
never heard of fantasy wrestling, no.
So it's like man and woman like kind of roll around.
It's a fetish thing?
Yeah.
Again, I can see the outfit's really, is it a little too tight? It's like
No. What I want to say, because you keep saying that you've been like a fighter, jiu-jitsu and volleyball player. Kickboxing, everything.
These are all true.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a fantasy wrestling for our Patreon.
Oh, wait. Okay, wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
But I need to work out more.
You have to work
I'm not
out?
ready yet. Yeah, in a month we're gonna do that.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
It's gonna be a very expensive video of me
Okay.
wrestling with Greg.
Oh my God! And by the way, I haven't worked out in.
That's perfect. Don't work out.
I haven't worked out in well over a decade.
Don't work out.
Maybe even 2 decades. Seriously.
What do you think about this idea?
I did wrestle 1 year in high school, but that was in
We can
ninth
learn.
grade.
We can learn. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just
I
like
could see me
fantasy-
putting you in a pile driver and putting you on. Oh, that's different kind of wrestling.
Yeah, like I need to be really careful with my movements. I can choke you or something.
You do,
accidentally.
yes. It does feel. I feel like I'm like wrestling a octopus because I'm like, how many arms do you have there? But it's just
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be something else. Yeah. It does sound like, when I think about it, I have accomplished all these little things in life that when I say it, like I guess sometimes it comes across as like, oh, you're being you're boasting or you're bragging or you're making a fantasy. But these are all true things.
I believe
I've
you.
lived this life. People
That's
don't
awesome.
want to. I still don't think you believe me.
Well, I think the most important is what you do now.
It's true. And right now I'm in like the happiest phase. I mean, don't get me wrong. When I was in Chicago doing improv, that was lightning in a bottle time and it was so much fun. And I'll never forget that. And every time I'm on a set of a movie, if I'm directing it, if I'm writing, if I wrote it, if I'm acting in it, if I'm producing it, it's exhilarating. It's amazing, that feeling of that, to have like 300 people under you on a set, like on this last movie I had done. And the way it works as a producer, I was the main producer. So everybody was under me. It was like a triangle. So every question that anybody here all had to go through me.
Yeah.
So I thought, it's great, and it feels good to be able to be, and everyone's working synergistically and everyone's having a good time. I like to have a happy set. People like to do either you rule with love or you rule with fear. I like to rule with love.
Yes.
What about you?
With love.
Okay. Just checking.
Sometimes they can put fear on people.
I think you
But
could,
not intentionally.
just the way you said that right there. Sometimes I can put fear in
But
people.
sometimes as a
But
Russian
not
woman, as a
intentionally.
tough Russian woman,
Very
I can.
tough Russian guy, very tough. But yeah, so I like to rule with love. I like to be on a set, especially comedies, which I've done mostly comedies, though I do have a Dutch romance music drama that I had written that's going to be done next year in Amsterdam. So I'm looking forward to that one. I wrote it for the Dutch, a great production company out there. So that's going to be fun.
I think
when that's done.
I think it's time for us.
You think it's time
well,
to
hold
say
on.
adieu, to say goodbye.
I think it's time for us to go and film Patreon.
Oh, it's a Patreon time.
Yay!
Yay! Let's do it. By the way, next week, the next couple weeks, we're going to start having guests on. We talked about it before. Now we have them. We have 2 lined up. We'll tell you about it later in the week. So have a good one, everybody. And
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Peace.